On Saturday, April 11th, we seen the launch of Kevin Eastman and Simon Beasley's Totally Twisted Tales campaign on Indiegogo. But is this actually a crowdfunding campaign?
This is a video from Arch City Comics, I believe. Here, Arch City Comics is a lot of fun. So, thanks. Go subscribe to Arch City Comics if you enjoyed this video.
Welcome to the world-famous Arch City Comics. I'm your host, Adam AF. If you're not already, please make sure you are subscribed and you've got that bell rung for notifications so you can stay up to date on all things Arch City. Please remember to like and share for all of your friends. So, this new campaign popped up for Totally Twisted Tales on Indiegogo. And at first glance, it looked really cool. I'm a big fan of Kevin Eastman and Simon Bisley as well. Great artist. It was exciting for me to see them make that jump into crowdfunding. Not very surprising either, considering last week we've seen the launch of Todd McFarlane's Spawn action figure campaign, which is already in the 7 figures range. It's doing fantastic. With Diamond distributors closing their doors and basically choking out the direct market, it was only a matter of time before we started to see more and more of these pros come over into crowdfunding. But is this really a crowdfunding campaign? No, it is not. Why, you ask? Well, crowdfunding means that you need to raise the funds to get your product out into backers' hands, out into the wild, as it were. Now, this campaign is run by Clover Press. What is Clover Press? Well, Clover Press is essentially a subsidiary of IDW Publishing. Last year, it was Ted Adams and a couple other people decided they were going to launch this Clover Press, and don't call it an imprint, they say, to publish books to the direct market. Now, essentially what this is a shell corporation that is not technically linked to IDW, so when IDW ends up going bankrupt, which is likely to happen in the near future, they have something to fall back on. So, Clover Press is the one running this campaign. Obviously, it's Eastman and Bisley's work that they are publishing. Running through the tiers, it's a very simple campaign. They don't have any featured perk. It just goes down the line in basically numerical order: $12, $13, $30, $42, so forth and so on. There are no stretch goals whatsoever for this campaign. It has a $500 flex goal, meaning that even if it didn't raise the $500, the book was still going to come out, which is fine. That does not negate it from being a crowdfund. But the idea behind crowdfunding is that you want to entice people to buy these products, to make your campaign more money. That's why people put in these stretch goals. So once your campaign reaches its initial goal, that there is more of a reason to continue to push this product into people's hands, that there's a continued reason to spend more money on this campaign. You know, buy a second book, buy a third book, buy one of the bigger tiers. You know, the highest tier they have on here is $500, and it gets you everything. Everything, I mean, it's 5 skateboard decks, 2 books, some pins, and some variant covers. It's pretty cool if you're into that kind of thing. It's very 90s. It's very punk rock, you know, with the skateboard decks and the pins and everything. It's kind of a niche market, considering, you know, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of skateboarders out there, but skateboarders ain't comic book fans, and, you know, the crossover between that and Eastman and Bisley to actually get these decks, they've sold 1 so far out of 5. But anyway, back to the stretch goals. There's no stretch goals on here. There's no enticement for this campaign to make more than what it's already making now. And then running down to the end here, so here's a brief description of Clover Press. Clover Press is a progressive, eclectic boutique publisher made up of 4 industry veterans. Our goal is to work on projects we have a strong passion for. Now, going down to risks and challenges. What are the risks and challenges of this campaign? Well, apparently nothing. It says Clover Press is made up by a team of publishing professionals, which is just said above. While delays are always possible and sometimes impossible to control, the members of Clover are committed to delivering the best quality products in as timely a manner as possible. Kind of choppy there. So that doesn't really answer the whole risks and challenges. Why? Well, because if you actually go to cloverpress.us, it's a store. Not only is the Indiegogo page essentially just a store of these products, you go to cloverpress.us, and this is literally a store where you can buy all of the, at least book products. They don't have the skateboard decks on here. But you go into their product list, and it has everything listed. It has the variant covers are in here. It has all of some of the stuff is sold out. But it has, there's the Eastman Deadpool variant cover that's offered in the campaign. There's all 3 covers of Totally Twisted Tales. There's the other Kevin Eastman variant cover for X-Men #1, the most recent X-Men #1. Don't get too crazy there. But that's it. This is essentially the same as the crowdfunding, just with some more stuff. You can buy other items here as well. Here's a Kickstarter that they crowdfunded, I believe at the beginning of this year, for the Royal Book of Oz. Now, this made a pretty decent amount of money on Kickstarter, but here it is, available to buy. Looks like pretty much the same format. They do have a different format as well. Look, there's some of the pins, and that's it. So what is the incentive of purchasing from the Indiegogo page versus just going over here to cloverpress.us and buying it directly? I'm not sure what the shipping entails, if the shipping is is cheaper through the website or if it's cheaper through Indiegogo. I didn't look that far into it, but actually it's all the same. And as a matter of fact, Totally Twisted Tales signed on the Indiegogo is $30, whereas if you look on the website here, it's only $25. So this is honestly the definition of a grift. They're trying to take advantage of the crowdfunding market by putting up this book on Indiegogo. They know there's a lot of people out there, especially within Comicsgate, who primarily only shop for comic books on Indiegogo now. They're trying to take advantage of those people who aren't going to look far enough into this. They're going to see Eastman and Bisley on Indiegogo. Oh my gosh, I got to get this book. It's so cool. It is cool. It looks great. I'm very actually intrigued by it. But why would I buy it for $30 on here when I could buy it for $25, over here? So this is not a crowdfunding campaign. Be wary of what you're purchasing and when you purchase it from these Indiegogo campaigns. I cannot stress that enough. These guys are not doing a crowdfunding campaign. Clover Press in itself is essentially an entire grift corporation from IDW. The only reason that they're putting this up on Indiegogo is because A, the comic book shops are closed, so they can't utilize their Diamond distribution model right now. Yes, Diamond signs Clover Press for exclusive distribution to the direct market. So let's go to crowdfunding. Let's try to take advantage of that market. So be wary of these companies, and definitely be wary of anything attached to IDW, because they are losing money rapidly, especially with the direct market being choked out right now. So they're going to do whatever they can to squeeze whatever money they can out of customers. So that is all I had for today. Thank you for watching. Make sure you give this a thumbs up and share it out to all your friends. Make sure you're subscribed with that bell rung for notifications so you can stay up to date. And we'll see you next time.